Elementary, dear Watson, elementary. How are you? Me? I'm groovy, baby. I'm groovy. So, I've been doing these broadcasts for shit, 5, 6 months now. Sometimes doing like 4 hours a day. I know I DJ'd when I first started for 11 hours straight, just cause I missed DJing from college. I love doing these. It's just really fun to do. Whether anyone tunes in or not, it's regardless. I just like doing it. I have fun. Since I was a little kid, my dad always would get on to me about how fast I spoke. I think really fast. I spoke really fast. And yeah, it was quicker. It was just easier to just kind of blast through all the information and get it done. And I've only met like 1 or 2 other people that could actually talk at that speed also. Tyson Gibbs, my suite mate, my dorm mate in college. Yeah, he was a fucking cool dude. Very sharp guy, very smart. Aside from that, not a whole lot. That don't do it in a weird way. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, I don't know. There's very few people that are honest with their words and their intentions match up. You know what I mean? Even if it's like this or whatever. Even at that I can deal with. You know what I mean? Because everybody has a little privacy. But I mean, it should. What you say and what you do and all that shit, just like this. It shouldn't travel side by side, but mirror opposites. They should be fucking interlaced. Otherwise, you're just full of shit like everybody else. And that's kind of what Republican appeal. You get that immediate win. Why? Because there's no reflection. It's all emotion. You're mad now, and you get a resolve now, even if you regret it later. It's all reaction. There's no what we would call civility and evolution to it. Seriously. The whole thing about evolving is, if you look at animals out in the wild, they live in yes and no. I just watched a video where there was this, and then people are filming and watching. It's at a zoo or something like that. It's like one of those manta rays, those big rays. They're kind of like they're in the shark family. And it's an aquarium, and he's up against the side, and he's smushed down as a frog that's trying to get up and out of the way. And the fish is just, mouth is just, it's flattened against him, and the frog's kind of like trying to get away and trying to scoot away because he knows what's coming. The mouth is just kind of scooting up slowly but surely open, and you can just see it just, because he's got eyes on top, you can't tell, but once that shit gets his mouth, and the frog tries to jump out, and and then just swims away and whatever, and it's just normal. Can you imagine if like you're like, Tommy! Okay, well that's happened, that just happened. You know what I mean? That's not part of our life. We don't even understand that kind of shit. If you're a field mouse, there's 2 of you out there scattered trying to keep, so they can only get one of you. The hope is that they get neither. You separate because you hear, and like, I gotta get another wife. All right, but I can't stop because, you don't have time to stop because another fucking dude, his wife might go, wow, and pick you up. So you just get the fuck out of there. And that's just what it is. It just is. Like justice. It just is. And when you think about it, like why? Why is this system? Why is this justice? Seriously, why is the system that we've come up with, why is that justice, as opposed to the Chinese way where you should have enough fucking balls that if you did it, first off, we probably did make a mistake. Because they're disciplined also. That's the whole thing is about discipline. So if we look at it as just basically just cruel. They're basically, no, we caught you. You did it. You knew you weren't supposed to do it. And now you're trying to say you didn't do it? And enough time of that goes by. The natural perception is they're right, we're wrong. If you go in and you say you did it, they'll have mercy. Like we don't have that kind of a plea bargain. We don't have that here, do we? No, you have an option here. Decide to go to jail for life, and they will, man. They'll come in and they go, look, man, you're looking like 20 years. But if you cop to this and show remorse, I didn't do it at all, though. Right. The evidence is looking substantially like you're gonna be caught for this. I'm saying if you plea, you'll get 5 years. Throw yourself on the mercy of the court. I didn't do anything. Do you want to do 20 years for doing nothing? No. Okay, so this way you get 5 years for doing nothing. I'm just being honest with you, man. It's my job, right? Yeah. No, we don't have that in America. I know they're mad because their child died at the hands of this person, but they'll settle for this dollar amount. Right now. No, there was significant damage. Enough money, or putting that person in prison long enough. That'll balance things right out. I'm not saying let them walk the streets, truly remorseful people, they'll be in jail for the rest of their life anyway. And truly unremorseful people will never be in prison. They get in there, they start running things. That's right, I run this shit. I'd rather be in here than out there. That's the mentality, the snake mentality of Donald Trump. He says he's always right. It's not that he's always right. It's that he's always changing his position. We can't have China running TikTok here, because he's trying to start his own social media. Yeah, that's kind of getting movement. Yeah, it's going before the Supreme Court to find out the president can do that. The American people are pissed off. Donald J. Trump, am passing a bill saying that TikTok cannot be banned in America. We can't let this happen. And everybody goes, fucking, yeah, dude, it's about time someone did something about this. And it got done quick, too. Just pivot. Then you're right the whole time. Especially when it's successful and the people are going, yeah! They don't remember. They're too dumb to remember back 6 months. They proved it in Damascus. Anybody remember that? There was an attack. You know what? I'm going to look at you there. You're going to be over there. So, that's what you get. How dare you hang out there? You're supposed to be there. Or be there when you're supposed to be there. This is my show, not yours. You don't just sit where you want. So, anyways, what I was saying is that we're careening towards a cliff, It's terrible, and no one wants to admit that it's the American empire is over. Religion, non-religion, whatever you want to think about. Let's just look at what is happening in the current news and the political cycle and whatever's going on. If there is a deja vu, we've been here before. That's nothing new. Which would stumbling blocks. Gotcha. That's why they can't see, because they didn't see it the first time. So why would they see it now? Even with someone in their face, right? It ensures that it went the way that it always goes. I wouldn't doubt that people actually have kind of woken up inside, has gone through it so many times, and like, we don't want to. I would not at all, but that just dawned on me, we don't want to, but that's what we chose the first time. This is what has to happen. Oh, we're driving you insane. We know. But we fucked up, and this is how the beginning always goes. When you think about it, okay? Think about the joy of this. When you eventually reach infinity and flip the odometer from 0 to 1, and you start from that infinity to go to the next infinity, what happens is start over right around, sometime right around now. Preferably, probably, hopefully, hit a safe spot right as it happens. We don't have to go through all this shit all over again, because that would suck. If cool, we could just, like, right when it happens, just tie it off. But it said, that might be why it says Jesus cannot return until the man of sin is revealed. Oh, if it pisses on his parade, if the people still protest, find some way to protest even if it's raining, but I do nothing violent. Absolutely. I would recommend going in your yard, making signs, and making so there's just like like political things, and you're in your yard. So they have to come, if they're going to be opening fire, they have to come to you. You're sitting in your yard with the sign, and there's other ones like protest signs in your yard. That'd be much better way, because they cannot justify. You see what I'm saying? They have to come to you, accuse you of sitting in your yard being violent in order to kill you. If you are down there, they just say, hey, what the fuck are you doing up there? And then you go back to, that ain't right, man. You're downtown. Some people over here are instigating shit. Start busting some windows, get the cops' attention. They've already said in Florida, we're just going to start, if you throw a brick, if you throw a Molotov, if you aim a gun at a cop, those are not the same fucking thing. Throwing a brick, the penalty for that is not death. Unless you hit a person and it kills them. If they survive, you're still going to go to jail and shit, but that's not death. Molotov cocktail, if you hit a fucking car, you're going to get property damage. That is not murder. Then you don't get capital punishment. Aiming a gun at a cop. Death by cop. You know what I mean? Suicide by cop. You don't do that. Dude, you didn't tell me you didn't do that. Guy, you don't do that. Oh, if I found out you did that. Oh, Roy, if you did that. Did you do that? I didn't do that. You don't do that. So, I mainly came here to say that I like doing these. There's not much left to tell, as we are in chapter 18 of 22 of Revelation. It might be 17. Babylon, the mystery, the whore. It's about to happen. Because no matter what you believe about the Bible, Trump is doing unconstitutional shit. People that believe in the Constitution are fighting. And yet there are people that are in our government that have probably aligned themselves with Trump because he's gotten his hands on the Epstein files. Democrat and Republican. Just being honest. Neither one is your side. Neither one is on your side. The point is to appear like mom and dad. Stern disciplinarian. It's about money. You gotta get the budget. Oh, well, the budget's great, but we gotta make sure the kids are okay. You see what I'm saying? They become your mom and your dad, and Uncle Sam gets his fucking cut, doesn't he? Because guess who's your mommy, who's your daddy? Why is he Uncle Sam? Who's your dad? Who's your dad if that's your uncle? They dress a lot alike. Or at least who's your mom? Give you a hint. New York. So I always thought about that. What if the model for because Scarlett was like regal, you know? I don't know how long that was, but I mean, at one point in time, it was considered kind of like a real thing. And it says there was a woman in purple, but draped in scarlet. And if the model who did the Statue of Liberty, said when he molded it, said, "Well, I don't think he just went, done." You know what I mean? Probably had a model sit. If she had a red thing on for the. It doesn't matter. It's not going to be actually. It doesn't have to be white. It's supposed to. It just needs to flow. This flows with the right. I don't have anything white that flows the right way. This red should do. And just hold this. You know. Perfect. Great. Yeah. Hold it there. Look like you're taking a step forward. There. Perfect. And that was the premise for the basis for the. What if it was a prostitute that posed for that? Artists are kind of known for being, a little freaky around the edges. Very kinky girl. That's a pretty good mother. You're just going to have to deal with this shit. That's all there is to it. Because love is love. I started messing with my mom. Because that guy, he's kind of a racist, which is fine for me to do. Because I'm a biracial guy, so I can say terrible shit. Oh, hey, I didn't mean it like that guy. You know what I mean? I can do that kind of stuff. So my mom was like, I was doing my laundry and I was just kind of pouring it because I took my laundry over the last time I stayed to do whatever, and it was like put all my stuff, and she's like, you don't say. And I was like, oh yeah, ma, I totally forgot to separate the colors from. Oh hey, no, I like that because she's white and she's married a black guy. Ma, and she's like, that's terrible, but she's still laughing like, Hey, no, I didn't. Ma, you didn't do that, did you? Ma, tell me you didn't do that. Ma, we're gonna have some half-breeds running around here. Ma, what are you doing? Great thing is I can make her laugh. She doesn't. I mean, I'm sure at some point in time it probably would have disturbed it as hell. Cause I always do it now when I'm over there, especially when anything's like sleazy, Yeah, I was going to Walmart. Oh, Walmart ain't so bad. Oh, Walmart ain't so bad. Now that's a convenience store. What's convenient about water in a little jug being $2, huh? You should call yourself a clothes store. 'Cause ain't nothing convenient about you, guy. My fucking barbecue sitting near my goddamn frisbee next to a goddamn pair of shoes, and I can get a fucking spark plug. That's fucking convenient. At a cheap price? Oh, you're killing me here. Speedway. Oh, hey, Ma, I didn't. You didn't do that, did you, Ma? Ma, we're gonna have a bunch of half-breeds running around here, Ma. Can't have that. And she didn't know where to, I mean, because it's like you're torn between laughing and be like, that's horrible. But I'm like, I'm the one saying it. And I'm laughing about it because I'm a fucking half-breed. Ma, what are you doing? Huh? We're gonna get some mongrels running around here. What are you doing? Gotta keep that blood pure, Ma. I'm so ashamed of you. How could you do this to the family, Ma? What do we ever do to you? The betrayal and the hurt I feel inside has shaken me to my very core. That's what I like about doing these, is because I get to do live, you know? I've always wanted to go out and do actual stand-up, because I think that's actually what stand-up was. Like open mic night. You stand up and you go up there and you're funny. You just humorous, you have a funny point of view, maybe high as fuck, you know, you may do slapstick, whatever, but you stand up and you do something funny. Now it's just someone standing there and they've got like an hour's worth of prepared shit, and then they go to the next town, they do that prepared shit, and they go to the next town, and that's why they want to capture your phones, because if you capture the performance, well then the whole tour could be ruined. And that's how they make their money. Now if they just went ahead and said doing that, I mean, I get why. But what it could easily be is that kind of finds, Eddie Izzard kind of does it. He tours his thing around, and as he's going, he's writing, he's testing in front of audiences and shit, and then he's fine tuning it as it's going, so that way when he's done with the tour and he's ready to retire that tour, he does one last show, and it's got like all the best of, you know, of, like, you know, because he's had experience with these jokes and find out what's funny, what doesn't work, but he can turn into a fun. You know what I mean? He's done all of it. You know what I mean? He's a very smart person. I think Eddie, I don't know if he's changing, transition. I don't really know what's going on, but I don't care. The first time I saw him is, you know, talking about his accident transvestite, which is, you know, he came out in ladies' clothes, which is, I didn't care. I remember my dad-in-law, I went over to his house and he's over there just like, he's a cowboy, he's over there just laughing, watching it, and it's like a kind of, that guy's queer, he's faggot, but he's funny, man, he's funny. Like, dude, yeah, I was like, I've seen it a million times, it's fucking hilarious, it's a great show. You don't have to cover it up, you know? I ain't gay, nothing like that. I mean, he wear makeup and he's a fruitcake, but I mean, his point of view is kind of, shut up, man. Shut the fuck up. It's fucking hilarious. I've already seen it. You don't gotta explain shit to me. Action transvestite. I know all about it. By the way, if you have not seen Eddie Izzard Dressed to Kill, yeah, there's a lot of comedies that I really dig. Bill Burr's comedy is funny, but he's getting where I'm getting now, which is why I'm taking these kind of, I won't say offline, but I'm not going to be bothering people, because I mean, there's going to be a lot of stomping if there's even any much more time left, dude. The motherfucker, for his birthday, wants to hold a $45 million fucking parade to celebrate the troops. It would be a lot more believable if he didn't ask for a military parade last time he was in office. You know? Oh, look at that. It's just, no, it's just a coincidence. I must be America itself. Oh my God, dude. With his lifts and his braces in the back of his fucking legs. Unless that's CGI, that shit's sad. It explains why he's always leaning forward, because he's wearing lifts. And so he has to get braces to help fucking, where he can stand up, right? Because he's like on a fucking hill, like he was ragging on DeSantis. Because he is like actually like 6'2", but he has to say he's like 6'4", 6 foot, whatever. Am I wrong, or does Barron Trump look like a fucking clone of Donald Trump that has been like, can you make him taller than me? Yeah, I want him to be like actually taller. Like I say I'm 6'5". We fucking his plan was like, have some kind of fucking brain trend. He just had Barron, just to give his brain like, transferred over into a younger body. Did you do that, Tom? Is that what you did? You don't do that. We explained like Melania had just been a surrogate and a hand holder. Go to another country where they're not so stiff on cloning. They're not talking about it because they know what you guys think. They're also not stopping. They just don't announce their fucking results. Not to a very hyper Christian community that's like, you were not supposed to do that. Really? Then how come meet Sean too? Hi. You don't know. Oh, we do know because we talked to him and he has like pretty much all my memories without the whatever, so we were able to talk it out and we figured out what's actually happening. If I were a twin, this would be him. Hi. And that just happens naturally all the time. We just figured out how to do it and speed it up. Yep, I'll be about 45 in about 3 weeks. We gotta slow that down. But I'm helping him while I'm here. And you going along with this? Yeah. It's my idea. Well, it's our idea. Once you die, I don't know. Maybe I'll be born again in the next one and we'll get it right. I don't know. Trying. What are you doing? What are you doing? I love that Drunk History show. But yeah, the closer we get to the end, the more it's just, like I said, just going on rehashing. Donald Trump's the Antichrist, this is blah, 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 constitutional crisis, this is going to move in. The problem is that there are limited numbers of options where it can go. Right? Because we've got a constitutional crisis on our hands. So, one, the Republicans with the spine, who are not either compromised or they actually believe in the stuff that the Republicans are saying. Like I said, the AOC actually believes in the stuff she's saying. And so the higher ups use that passion to help sell their bullshit. The main thing is to get one of their people in. And if you can connect with the people, like Trump connected with people, and then you get money from us, and you shut the fuck up and you know what we say, or we take you and do you like JFK, and then it's already too late, you're too far in this. The shadow government that Trump was talking about, oh, he has nothing. He doesn't know anything about it. He doesn't know who it is. He doesn't know where. He doesn't know what. If he did, he would not be fucking with Jerome Powell. He would not be fucking with Jerome Powell. That was too definitive of a no. Would the president actually leave? No. Because he works for the people I work for. And it isn't you guys. Give me control of the money, and I care not what puppet sits on the throne. Matter of fact, when you guys go to blame somebody, like say, since I control the money, if you're not playing well with me, I crash the economy, but because you are the president, you take the blame. And when they come to ask me, I'm like, oh no, dude, we had everything on, it was his plan to do that. No, he's the president, so, we're just the Federal Reserve. And it had to be true. Does it? They just blame it on his imitation Build Back Better, one big beautiful bill. That was horrible. We warned you, we said it. We said it was going to be terrible. And we had all of our people, all of our analysts say that. But he insisted, and he kept saying about the mandate, and the people started getting mad. And, you know, when Trump supporters get mad, things start getting broken. So, you know, we were worried, so we went ahead and just, you know, let him have his way. And, yeah, this is it. This is what happened. We told you not to do it. See? And then you go, Donnie, you motherfucker, you lied to me. You said you knew what you was doing. He's lying to you. No, guy, they've been working with Don Money for a while, and it didn't crash till you got here. 1 + 1 is 2. You hear me? Your days are numbered. You have 5 days left. Trump supporters. Sorry. Did I mention that? Just want to mention that. Okay. But no, it's just like I said, it's going to be churning over the old stuff if time even keeps going. So I just want to be annoying people. Again, if people need to reach out to me, whatever, you can reach out to these in the comment section, whatever. I get back to me. I got nothing to do. The reason I've done so many videos in the last fucking, I gotta put that in my fucking wallet, don't I? In the last like 5-6 months is because I ain't got shit to do. Troth took a little hiatus. We're taking our time with these songs, and I'm telling you, man, it's gonna be fucking dope when we unleash that shit. I hope I don't oversell it. Be like, yeah, come on, dude, you went kind of crazy with it, but I really think it's really good. I'm really happy with it. If nothing else, it's like it's some of the most happy with music I've been like ever, man. It's incredible. But yeah, so I'm having a blast, and hopefully that comes across in the music, dude. That usually kind of sells things more than anything else. Are you having a blast? Are you enjoying it? Because I get imprinted into that feeling and that vibe gets imprinted onto your performance of it. You know? And then that whether it's like the band's got a little bit nervous or frantic, I mean, whatever, that little bit of energy is in there. Sometimes you can't explain it. Sometimes, like, I don't know. Sometimes you can't. I've been doing these over here. It's unlisted. This one's live, but from now on, I'm going to go unlisted. And so there'll just be a playlist called Unlisted. And that's where that'll be. And I've also got Sean's Sanity Corner. It's got like 300 videos or something. So I got a whole video of shorts. And there's a bunch of categories. Gotta suffer. Structure. My fucking shit. Ketamine, dude. For the most part, you're all right. And then every now and then you hit a hitch and you're just like, that ain't the word. It's something with an S. Suction, not suction. Structure. I knew it was this. It had a sound. I knew what that sound was. I just didn't know how to do it. So what's it really all about? Control and getting you to buy in one way or another. As long as there is a constitution that we recognize, we'll always have these beliefs, and therefore we will always fight. We'll always, it's going to take something radical to fundamentally change the Constitution, which it needs really badly, man. I mean, there was 200-something years ago? Thomas Jefferson suggested changing it every 20 years, at least updating it, so it matches the generation it's in. But by ensconcing it, like I said, it becomes harder and harder and harder to change it as it becomes, these words are flawless. They stood this much time. They were perfect. They figured this out. This is the perfect system. But it's not the perfect system. It was designed to keep being improved to make a more closely resembling perfect. They didn't say, they said a more perfect. But perfect cannot be more. It's just, anyway, so it's supposed to be amended. That's how it's set up and designed. It wasn't supposed to be easy to do, but it's supposed to be that way that the whole of the people agree. And so, well, the majority of the people agree. And that's another thing we get where the people are like, that's how things work in a democracy. And then you get the Republicans. Actually, we're in a republic. Oh, is that what you got to call it? Republicans versus Democrats. Well, we are. We're technically a republic. You fuck off. We're actually neither. We're an American government. You ever notice that no matter what happens to us, America just keeps going? That's why he doesn't care about what happens to the poor. He's now sewn himself into the fabric of America. He's now put himself in one of those people like, okay, well, the nuclear bombs are falling, and since you called me president, I'm more important than you, and I get to go in the bunker and have 2 scoops of ice cream. Sorry. I know, I launched on them. I didn't think they were actually going to fire back. Sorry. I didn't think they're going to fire back. I thought they'd be pussies. I did. I've got a bunker here. I got to go. The bombs are coming right now. I'm more important than you. I'm the president. Who's going to lead this country when we come out of this? Fallout lasts way too long for his dumb ass. I guarantee by the time he got the bomb at the tunnel, he'd be dead. Maybe naming somebody else. J.D. Vance. You saw what happened there, right? Yeah. Right. So the Jeffrey Epstein files, burning them, yeah. You saw what happened right there? Yeah. So do you want that to happen to you? No. You don't have any more opinions. We tell you what to think now. Yeah. You look like a president, you talk like a president, say whatever bullshit we tell you to say. You, your wife, and your kids stay alive. That's why we gave them all individual code names. Because our people are with your kids more than you are. Well, they're armed and designed to fight. You ever seen Star Wars where they're fighting beside them and they're like, execute Order 66. They just stop back. These guys are their friends and just start shooting them in the fucking back. That kind of shit. But America, it's about revealing America, the beast system that it is. It's not about, it's like, it looks like, oh, if Trump wins, we're going to have an authoritarian regime. It's going to be so oppressive and this and that. Blah, blah, blah. But Democrats win. We can turn this. They have a tax plan. They have blah, 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 blah. Both sides get donations from Wall Street. They all get donations from the same people. It's called hedging your bet. So no matter who wins, your policies get done. Sure, you might put $2 million on one candidate you want to win, and $1 million on the one that, in case they win, they still owe you $1 million. Which has been in that way, like, okay, you saw the $1 million? Yeah, we can do a lot better than that, but we're going to need some things to change. Like, I don't want to hear shit about fucking solar. Yeah. 400,000, that ain't shit compared to what we can do for you, man. I'm not even kidding. You want to actually be a billionaire for a change instead of lying to everybody? We can do that. But shut the fuck up. Yeah. You're a snake, dude. I want you to understand that your Secret Service is paid for by us. So when you're the most vulnerable, when you're the most secure, whatever, the guys guarding you are our fucking people. You understand how fucked you are now? It's already too late. If you go anywhere without them, well, you could get shot by somebody, couldn't you? Go anywhere with them. And they tell us you're not doing what we say. Same thing. Shots fired, the president's down. Well, the Secret Service shot him in the back in Robert F. Kennedy's case. It wasn't Sirhan. At that close range. Sirhan just got a blank gun. Everybody hears gunshots, they see this, they don't see the fucking Secret Service guy. Well, who did it? Check the autopsy. The bullets clearly went through the back, so it was obviously shot from forward. You sure? Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure that's exactly what I did my test, and it's the lines went from front to back, exactly where Sirhan was standing. Yeah, it did. There was no crossing. If it came from any other direction, then I would report that. Okay, thank you. And action. So Trump is openly defying court orders. And Bondi, it's just on and on. He's doubling back on his word. People are like, oh my God, he's reversing order. No, he's not. He hasn't put any actions behind what he said, so it's just words, which is all he does, is he sells words. His people know that. That's the thing, is people are like, this is clearly, and I'm like, yeah, they want him for president for the rest of his life. The great delusion. They'd rather be Russian than Democrat. You think they don't know? The majority of them, the 33 that are still with him, 33%, they probably will never shake from him unless he actually comes out on the microphone and goes, God damn it, what do I have to do? I'm the fucking Antichrist. I've been lying to you this whole time, and you probably won't even believe that because you're so fucking stupid. And at first you're like, okay, he's doing a bit. What? Tariffs, you've been lying. You've really been lying. Come on. This is where we punked we lips, right? You're lying, dude. Come on. I didn't spend the last fucking 8 years of my life savings making a poor man rich while he lied with just a plan on getting some cash. I didn't do that, did I? I don't do that. You do that, remember? Because that's different. You do that. I don't do that. Yes, Petey. I have the puppies you asked for. I'm ready to do the job outside the PANK that we will not talk about. Oh, Roy, I think I fucked that up, didn't I? Yeah, I think I did. Let me call you back. I'm sorry, Roy. I just love the emotional roller coaster he goes on. between being so pissed off and like asking for forgiveness. Unless that was your plan. Oh, Roy, you're diabolical. You sick genius. The depth of your darkness can see no light, ever. You're like a black hole, sucking in everything good. That's how evil you are, Roy. But you're my Roy. But none of that means shit if you drink one of my beers, you motherfucker. Remember we used to sit around drinking beer, guy? At your Auntie Sarah's house. Wasn't it? Yeah. Back before I had that hip replacement. Hey, Roy, you ever have a hip replacement? You ever do that ketamine? All right, so 45 minutes. I think this is a good one to stop at. Again, if anybody needs me, cheapgearguy@hotmail.com. I don't care. I talk to people, you know. I don't give a shit. I like talking to people. I like meeting new people. And if you're more comfortable with like a type chat, that's fine. I don't got shit to do. If you do, I prefer personally the vid chat, as obviously, because if I were typing all this shit, you imagine how fucking tired my fingers would be right now. All this bullshit I've been saying, because I type like I talk. I don't give a shit. I wrote a novel, that's why. I wrote a novel because I figured the page wouldn't complain, and even they were like going, God damn, guy, you gotta give it a break. So, I told you I talk too much. I'm gonna head on out, and yeah. If you're interested in these type of things, you know, whatever, I'll be wrapping up with whatever. I mean, fuck, for all I know, the world could end this weekend, dude. Because it's just, we're waiting on Donald Trump to admit that he's fucking evil and that he's lying. That's it. That's all this whole fucking thing is waiting for. As soon as he does that, and it's known. You know what I mean? It's revealed. Not just that someone points it out, but then the people accept it. It talks about a day of weeping and gnashing of teeth. Can you imagine, like all those Christians, those hyper-Christians, finding out he's the Antichrist and that they fell for that shit? We ain't going to heaven. You know what I mean? It doesn't say that at all. It just says that these things will happen. And if you bow down before him, that, yeah, you'll get the plagues and shit added to you, you know? But it didn't say there's no forgiveness for you ever. But anyways, yeah, if you like religious talks and political talks, I'll be catching up some of my ideas. Probably not as frequently, probably not as long as I usually do. I'm like, again, we're at 47 minutes and I'm kind of wrapping it up. I'm finding I got less and less to say because we're just kind of mulling over the same territory, and I'm not even watching like the news and stuff because I'm like, yeah. Has he said it? He's military. Okay, we're closer. He's trying to push. Okay, he's trying to push. You guys gotta pull me up by now. I'm sure he probably is thinking in a TV mentality, you know? I'll do this, and then immediately, because that's how he thinks, immediately they'll pull me out. Well, they pushed for impeachment immediately. You saw how long that took, and it didn't do anything. So if they impeach him again, what's gonna happen? He's not gonna go nowhere. Just like he didn't go anywhere last time. You're fired. He's like, okay, cool. What are you doing? Oh, I'm just kidding. I'm staying. Like I did last time. You remember you impeached me twice, and then I'm the third time. Now, if I get impeached one more time, there is no fucking way anyone's ever going to beat this fucking record. Can we do another one? I wouldn't doubt if you talked to me like, it's going to be so great for TV. People will be so tuned in. A fourth impeachment. That's never happened before. I know, I will be the most hated president ever. I'm going to go down in history, dude. I will be in history books. Where would you be? Possibly right beside me. But, all depends. You want to be in history. Huh? Benedict Arnold. But people still know his name, don't they? There's also the cowardly lion. It's not all about Dorothy. He has his problems too. They play a major role. Taco, taco, taco. I want to be a taco man. All right. Hope you have a great night, and lots of peace and joy to everybody out there. I sincerely hope that this coming shit doesn't get as bad as I see it going. I don't see it going. I've read in the book. And goddamn it, we are there. I mean, they're talking about rolling out a Trump card, you know what I mean? And again, the problem being that if he has the right people in the right places that have compromised the Epstein file, he does have control of the government. They would rather work with him, you know, and stay out of jail. And that's really sad. If there was someone's like, yeah, I'd rather go to jail. That's what we kind of got to hope on. That there's more of those. And or there's people that are like, oh, you think this is about you, Donald? No. We just needed all this shit to be going on. Why? Because we need to instill martial law. When we can instill martial law, we can suspend the Constitution. We already have FEMA. That was never to handle your shit. That was to handle this kind of shit. We got everything we need. We got tanks. We got Bradleys. We got fucking opera. We got everything. We just needed you guys to lose your shit. So we just fucking, there was already kind of a powder cake in the South, but the South will rise again. We just said, you guys can do it. Oh, you can do it. Look how close you were with Trump. You were so close. And they're like, they knew what they were doing when they were attacking the Capitol. South will rise again. This will be you had your time. Okay? We did it the Northern way. It's got to be even. You won last time. It's our time to win. Because they're not bright. Well, if I keep coming back enough, no. To keep coming back to the wall, you're going to yell it into getting out of your way? No. Time will take you out before it takes that wall. And they see the collapse of America coming, so they want to control what comes after. They've seen it ever since they founded this fucking place. They know. They knew it couldn't last forever. No one does. Roman Empire didn't last forever. All of them. Egyptian, on and on. They just don't last forever. And I'm sure even back then, they're going to be like, well, what? Probably around the time of the Jekyll Island. What comes after this? They might have been looking at a collapse coming in the 20s. I'm like, we can bail them out. Yeah? And then basically we started like our own bank. And that way it'd be like, I mean, never mind that we caused the collapse. But JP Morgan saying that there's a run on banks. Yeah. That's one of the reasons why. A rich guy lied and said there was a run on banks. And so everybody got freaked out because if JP Morgan's getting all of his money out of the bank, well, I got to get my fucking money out of the bank because the banks are not designed to carry that much. So you can crash any bank. We can crash all the banks tomorrow right now if we wanted to. Everybody go in and demand your cash right then. They don't have to, the fractional reserve, they don't have to carry that much cash on them. They carry like 10%. They've been making the rules smaller and smaller so they can make even more money out of nothing. It's really a fucked up system. It's really fucked up. There's a lot better descriptions on YouTube if you guys want to watch some like documentaries and like that. Fractional reserve banking. There's just a bunch of stuff. But yeah, I really wish, I really liked, fuck it, I'm gonna go and like just chill out on the couch for a little bit, you know, and hang out. So yeah, I'll be doing these, not more often, but they'll be going up under Unlisted. I just thought I would say that, peace. We're going. If you want to watch these, they'll be like the regular 2-hour ones and stuff going on. Probably less frequently, but they'll be going on that playlist called Unlisted. So yeah.